In 1990, the Ronald McDonald House financed an animated special to combat the war on drugs. This animated special featured characters as Garfield, Alf, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Bugs Bunny, and Winnie the Pooh. That's all cartoon all stars to the rescue. Theme music.
Two sides of the same coin.
That podcast is weird.
Hello, welcome to Two Sides of the Same Coin, the podcast that will be to your rescue when you need something to listen to.
Ho 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 ho.
I am your loony host, and today I am here with one of my favorite guests, just someone who I love talking to. He makes me smile, he makes me laugh. I'm here again with Zach Smith.
Hey kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do it.
Oh man, Zach, I a couple of weeks ago, I posted a clip from the special that we're talking about today
Yes, you
because
did.
it was a memory of mine that I remember watching when I was, I think, 5 in elementary school, and a lot of people liked the post. It's like, oh, I remember this, and Zach was like, "We're doing a podcast episode on this, right?"
Yeah, we're in a world right now where, you've got Project Hail Mary in the theaters. You've got all these amazing movies making their rounds. What did Zach want to talk about? This I don't even know. Was this on television, or was this like you had to go buy the VHS?
Almost every network, all the major networks.
I mean, it shouldn't be surprising when it opens with, the President Bush and his wife. So that's not surprising.
I was shocked.
I
was
had
not expecting that.
I had a moment, I wrote in the notes as a joke, why is George Bush here? And then I was like, wait that is George Bush. Oh boy. So we could have talked about, any number of amazing things that are happening in cinema right now, but I wanted to talk about this because I have opinions, I think.
Oh man, yeah, I have opinions too. Oh man,
So you watched this in elementary school, you said?
So it's one of two things. So my father was also a custodian at the elementary school that I went to.
Gotcha.
So I either watched this in class or my parents both worked night shift when I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the easiest thing to do was to go with dad. No one was at the school really, and dad would set us up in a classroom, roll out one of the school TVs.
Yep.
And at the time, each classroom was loaded with 10 educational VHS tapes. And I think this one was dad saw all the cartoons that he grew up with and was like, "Oh, you can watch this."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a little similar. My parents pastored a church, so lots of late nights at, the building. And I would do the same thing where I'd go raid the church library, but mine was like McGee and Me and Veggie Tales and stuff like that. But no, this one, gosh, I don't even know how to delicately bring up the first time I saw this. So not when it came out, the first time I saw it was this was in September when I was in the 3rd grade, the same month as 9/11. So I'm living in Brooklyn, New York at the time.
Yeah.
And everything is weird. Now, once a week, we had a teacher come to our classroom and talk to us about, don't do drugs. I don't remember if it was once a week. That feels like it might be a bit much. But she would come in and basically I just remember it's like if you smoke, you're gonna get yellow teeth and you're
Yeah.
gonna look ugly and nobody will like you. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm convinced. I think to lift our spirits after the tragedy,
Yeah.
because I remember they were saying that next time we're gonna watch a movie. She was like, not Robbie, his name's Michael. She's like, Michael is smoking, and his favorite cartoon characters are gonna come and show him the way. And so we were all like, well, who are his favorite cartoon characters?
Yeah.
Who's going to be in this thing? And to put it accurately, this was our end game. Like, we're watching it, we had kids just like, Alvin, it's Bugs Bunny, it's and like you also, I feel like to some extent, you don't really talk about art that you're interested in as a kid
Yeah.
unless it's like a kid's wearing a t-shirt with a character you like, or their lunchbox has whoever on it, and that. So this was like, there were kids like, I didn't know you were a Chipmunks fan, because I was a big Chipmunks fan.
Yeah.
Or like, like the girls all like Winnie the Pooh in this classroom. Oh, is that Kermit? So this was like a moment for the third grade, for Miss, oh, I shouldn't say her name, for the third grade class of PS 104.
That's cool. I wish I could find more like dirt, or not dirt, but information about the special. I want to know how they managed to get all the licensing, or like unify like all like the network superpowers for
Well,
this one.
if I'm not mistaken, Bush was like, he hated drugs.
Yeah, that was his
So,
big
I
thing.
mean, it wouldn't surprise me if like all these animation studios are like, executive order from the president. You know what I mean? Like, we got to do it.
Oh man, we couldn't do that today, unfortunately. But maybe.
Unfortunately.
Well, because all the studios, I think, hate the president.
I mean, sure. I wonder what here, because on the one hand, I'm like, was there a big payout? But also, like, the animation in this looks cheap. Like, even for 90s standards, it doesn't look like great.
Well, also this was 1990,
right?
So this is still like 80s animation.
Yeah,
and I thought like held up to what I remember, like, because what I think of when I think of 80s like animation, I thought of like DuckTales, New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and did I say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles already?
no.
Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I felt like that, I mean, none of the animation, or like none of those characters looked off or looked bad.
Well, here's what I'll say. To me, like, some characters looked better than others. Like, I thought the Chipmunks looked great.
Yeah.
I thought Pooh looked a little questionable.
Okay.
And it might just be that like different types of animation, like, aren't really blending well.
And the background
together.
too.
Yeah. So, but again, like, I guess you're right. Like, it's not 90s; it's technically 80s animation. So
it was. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Was this special? Was this a little all over the place? Because there was some moments that I'm like locked in, and then something happens, and I'm like so confused, because I'm like, okay, how did the character get here? Where are we in the storyline?
Well, should we work through the plot then?
Yeah, let's work through the plot. Let's work through the plot.
Because I took notes.
Well, that's good. I love it when you take notes. I love it when you take Zach. You take the best notes.
Oh, thank you.
So we start off like well, every 80s like cartoon we
With the
in the
president
morning.
and his first lady telling you that you're a loser if you do
No.
drugs.
Well, the dog was cute.
Yeah. Oh. It was just this like picture of
I felt like that was a
patriotism.
Queen move. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Again,
What do the people love? They love dogs.
and I don't remember. We might have skipped over that when I watched it in the third grade because I did not remember that.
I didn't remember that part either.
Yeah, so maybe that wasn't on like the VHS that they gave out, but
Yeah.
oh boy.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Is that
Yes,
he when video stores were still a thing, he made people rent this for free.
That checks out. I bet every
Yeah.
school got this for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Mm-hmm. Yikes. Oof. Oofafa.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe not yikes. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? So we start off with like the the stereotype suburban like sun rising. You hear the soft music, and then you hear that evil rock and roll and the evil hand reaching for inside the girl's bedroom to steal the piggy bank.
That was the first note. I was like, dang, he robbed his sister?
He robbed us and the
And also, side note, why is everybody breaking these ceramic piggy banks in animation? Like, there's got to be an easier way.
What happened? What happened to the cork?
Right. I don't
There
know why
used to
they're
always
always
be a
like
cork.
smash or I don't know, maybe that's like a sentiment of an older time of just like if you want to take your money out, you're gonna have to. But it's still,
I've never seen piggy banks
And-
that yeah.
Yeah, and then at the same time, he's like, his plan is to
Mhm.
pay for drugs in $20 worth of change. It sounds like something a narc would do.
Oh man,
Now, can I? Here's some other notes that I
Yeah.
wrote at the top.
yeah.
The Smurfs do not deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we only get like what 10 seconds and then never see him again.
Yeah. Also, Alf.
Yeah.
The kids love Alf.
Hey, I love Alf. I would so
Were you an Alf kid?
no, I wasn't. I actually no. You know what's funny? Dad and I were like browsing. I think it was a year or two ago. Dad and I were in the house together alone. We were browsing like Tubi or Roku or something, and we saw Alf. And Dad was like, "Yeah, I watched Alf as a kid, and or I don't. He might have been a young adult, but he's like, I liked it. It's like it's really good." And I was like, "Is it?" And he's like, "Let's watch a couple episodes." I'm telling you,
It's
Zach,
funny. It's a
it
funny
is
show.
funny.
I don't know what
But-
kids are psyched about
Well,
seeing them, though.
there was an animated series afterwards. There are a
Oh,
cartoon
sure.
series. I mean, yeah, I honestly I don't know if Alf really had an appeal for kids or not. Though it was hilarious when he said, "Garfield, are you gonna help?" Oh, well, you either help or you're gonna be lunch.
Too much Garfield in this one, too.
What? Too much Garfield?
Too much Garfield.
I love Garfield.
Listen, me too. It's just too much. So here's
I mean,
another thing.
that's- Yeah.
Here's another thing I'm going to
Yeah.
say. I remembered this being an anti-smoking movie.
That's you know what? So do I.
Like,
And
I remember it being like, cigarettes are really bad for
Yeah.
you, which, correct. And then Michael's box drops on the ground, and I was like, yo, what is in the box? Like, when they opened it, I was like, what is all that? And then I had a moment. I never in my life, never, ever in my life want to hear Simon Seville say marijuana ever again.
you know what? It was like you felt it in your chest, like
Yeah.
very displeasing. Like he shouldn't be saying those words.
Yes. Like, I was watching it with Hannah, and there's the part where he smells it, and she was like, Simon's about to say, I believe that's marijuana. And right away, he's like, I fear that's marijuana. And I was like,
It's either
oh
a
my
grotesque
God.
chemistry set or marijuana.
Yeah. And I'm like, why does Simon know what?
And that's not the only moment you get that in this
No, I think I've smelled that before when Dave is in the studio working. When he's ramming his head against a wall. That sounds like something Theodore would say, actually. It smells like what Dave has in the studio when he orders all those pizzas. I should have written this episode.
it there was just, and it went from, oh, we need to figure out who stole from Corey to we need to help Michael.
Who do you think stole from her? Like, come on. Now, here's a question. You have a younger sister, right?
Yeah.
I don't. So, was that dynamic accurate, would you say?
No. And no. Not by a long shot.
Okay.
Literally, this is how it would have gone down.
Yeah.
If my sister caught me with cash that I stole from her,
So you could buy drugs.
here's what's gonna happen. Either she's going immediately to my parents,
That's
or
true.
she was a scrapper. She would try to beat the crap out of me.
Yeah.
But I will say, Corey, sister of the year.
Yeah. Oh.
Sister of the year. Cared more
Yes.
about the brother than the money. I have to say, not realistic, but
Right.
that did tug the heartstrings.
Yeah, no. You're correct. You're correct. Yeah. No,
And then we
she
shift
was the best
problems
character.
really quickly.
Like,
Yes,
I would have
yes.
watched. She could have been in like a normal show, and I probably would have been like, "It was a good show." Also, I loved her line. She's like, "It's Saturday. I didn't set the alarm."
She's the kid in the Sunday school VHS who's dear God, thank you for my brother Michael. Please help him not do drugs.
That's amazing.
She's Penny from The Rescuers.
Yeah. Now, Noah, I don't want to make any assumptions about
Okay.
what you do in your free time.
Yes.
So personally, I'm not a marijuana or recreational drug user. I don't even really drink personally.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying anything either way.
Yeah.
For me, the piece of media that really soured me on the idea of smoking pot was, and you're going to think I'm lying, was the movie Pineapple Express. I saw it like in the 9th grade and saw these guys like getting shot at and being on the run for smoking weed. And I was like, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. But also, I grew up in a house like my parents didn't drink and like anything
Yeah.
like that. And they never talked about like, don't ever do drugs and don't ever do this. So by the time I got to high school, when kids were offering me, it wasn't
Yeah.
like a big deal to be doing it. So I was just kind of like, oh, like, I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if like, what is the merit of a short like this? Do you know what I mean?
So I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about that same question
Yeah.
all day. I'm kind of like, here's the thing. I don't also like recreationally like smoke pot or marijuana. I
Mhm.
do like I have the occasional drink,
Yeah.
but it's also like I'm like a moderation person, or
Yes.
like don't, with stuff like drugs and alcohol,
Hmm.
especially like ones that are like not like going to harm you right away. As long as you don't abuse it, I don't really think there's a problem. Now, kids shouldn't be touching it,
Right.
and that's where I thought this was going.
Yes.
but it kind of like, I mean, obviously kids are watching it.
Mhm.
Kids are like the characters, but
No, this is
that
for adults.
that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It did feel like, um and also not to skip ahead, but also I felt like there was a little bit of shame, like, towards the well, because like,
Yes.
the father's checking for, like, his beers, and he's like, "I swore, like, this was a full case of beers," and then the wife is like,
You
"Oh,
must have
honey,
drank more. I was like, yikes, Dad's giving the ick.
you like, you must have drank a bunch of them during the football game," and I'm
Yeah.
just like
There's like, I'll be in the garage working on. I'll be cleaning the garage. Call me when it's lunchtime. And I
and
was like, bruh.
I just
The examples we set for our children, you know?
well, I'm just also, it's just like, I don't think dad's a complete, like, dummy. It's like, this was a full case. Who else could have drank it? I feel like it's not hard to think, "Oh, my son's a teenager. He might be drinking my beers. Let's have a talk."
Yes, that's where I thought it was going. Of like, you know, and this might be the Christian in me,
Yeah,
like, but there's that verse in Luke that's like, sooner or later, the
yeah,
mask falls. And so I'm like, that's like, no matter, like, the parents are going to notice you wearing sunglasses indoors and that their beers are
yeah,
missing. Like, you're going to get cooked. I will say, you said enjoying everything in moderation.
yeah.
I don't know where all my Diet Cokes went. So there must be like someone in the house who's drinking all of them. But because that moment, I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of real. Where I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got 12. Why are there only 3?
Yeah. Um, also, here's the thing. If I would walk out of my house without, like, talking to my parents at all, I mean, you and I
Yeah.
came from completely different backgrounds, well, than this kid,
Oh
but,
yes, yes,
like,
yes.
but my parent would've one or both of my parents would run out the door after me and
Yeah.
march my butt back inside.
Well, how old is Michael supposed to
I
be? Because that's
I
not clear.
I want they keep saying he's a teenager, which could be from like, the age of, like, I wanna say 13 to
Yeah.
maybe, like, I don't want
17, right?
yeah, 17, it was very vague.
Yeah. Yeah. But so again, back to my thing about
Yeah.
I don't know my drug lore that
Mm.
well. So when I was a kid, it was like cigarettes,
Yeah.
alcohol, and weed. Like
Yeah.
those were the things, right? So the idea that Michael is in an arcade and these kids are trying to give him what appeared to be crystal meth. Like and I'm not saying it doesn't happen in high school, but
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
kids who are doing like, hard drugs were in a very specific like we do drugs group,
yeah.
So I'm like, is that who Michael is running with at this point?
I appears to be,
Yes.
like, and it was it was following, like, the whole stereotype of, like, "Oh, people like, these kids do drugs because they think they're cool," and,
Yeah,
like and
I agree
when
with you.
when your friends offer you drugs, if you don't do them, they think you're a square.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't get into like why Michael wanted to do drugs. And like again, you got Dad who's like, I don't remember how many beers I had last
Yeah.
night. All right, I don't want to talk to the family. I'll
Well
be in the garage.
well, I think it was literally the only reason they gave you why he did drugs is, like, because he was a little kid or not a little kid, 2 years ago, but he looked like he was 10.
Yeah.
Um, 10. It's like, "Oh," like, he's like, you want lung cancer?" It's like, "No, this is not a cigarette. This is pot. You
Yeah.
want it?" And he's like, "And
Oh, well,
you
sure.
what? Are you a square? You wanna be cool, don't you?" And that's, like, the only reason that they
Which
give.
which is not I mean, granted, maybe in the 90s it was
Yeah,
different, but like in 2008 through 11, so when I went to high
yeah,
school, when there was this spot called Smoker's Corner, which
mm,
is like kids would literally cross the street from the school and like smoke in front of the school.
Yeah.
And it was their like, look at how cool we are.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, I wasn't like cool in high school,
Neither was I.
but none of us ever looked at those kids and were like, gosh. And I don't remember other kids looking at them thinking,
Yeah.
that looks awesome. And it's like, I feel like kids who do drugs and smoke to like that level, it's not really like a being cool thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I think when we paint it as that, then when a normal kid who you like and is your friend is just kind of like, yo, like, smoking's kind of like, it's kind of nice. It relaxes you. It stresses you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they had portrayed anybody as realistic, it'd be different. But also, this short, Noah, completely robs Michael of his agency with this smoky, like, tempter.
What the villain from Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase?
Yes.
Tell me I'm wrong, Zach. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're totally right. I'm surprised Scooby-Doo wasn't in this, to be honest.
Right?
But I mean, Shaggy telling people not to do drugs is questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like that robbed like the character of his agency, and then I was like, of course he sees Bugs Bunny. He's on drugs.
What is this? A joint?
Again, things I never want to hear in my life ever again. And also, I want the filmmakers to look me in the eye and tell me none of them were doing drugs when they made this.
Zach, this felt like I was on drugs.
Yeah, I'm like, look me in the eyes and tell me you weren't doing drugs. I'll wait.
Because we're going from like cartoon character to cartoon character, whether it's like a long segment, short segment, and then it's one of my biggest issues with the short is like it's not every educational like VHS I remember watching had a semi-consistent plot.
Yes.
And I felt like it was literally 26 minutes of just drugs are bad. Don't do them. Drugs are bad. This will like kill your brain. Not good for you. Drugs are not good for you. Drugs are not good for you. It's just like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Yes. While we're talking about drugs are bad for you and the characters in this.
Yeah.
Are we implying that Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles does not do drugs?
Drugs are not cool, man.
Yeah.
Cowabunga.
Bro, your favorite food is pizza. Like, I'm.
Well, supposedly. Now, don't quote me on this, but from what I was told in the original comics,
Sure.
They killed and did drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. They did.
Yeah, and also here's the thing, like I love how it's just Michelangelo saying,
yeah, that was weird.
Like, why just Michelangelo? Like, why not?
It should have been Leonardo.
You know what? It should have been Leonardo. But I think people liked Michelangelo more because he was the cool party guy, and I think that's why they did it. Because
but why is it only one of them?
I don't know.
Like,
I wonder if it's a licensing.
I feel like the four of them would have worked so well because like you could have Donatello like, this is what it's doing to your brain, dude.
This is also the cast for like only a 26-minute show. The cast was pretty big.
Oh, stacked.
On this.
Stacked.
It was a stack.
They just ran out of money. Is that Cummings as Pooh?
Yeah, that is Cummings. This came out 2 years after the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh started.
Which is a fire show, by the way.
Yeah. I love that show.
Yeah.
They're slowly. I don't have Disney Plus right now, and Disney's releasing episodes on YouTube I think it's either every Saturday or every other Saturday, so I've been watching those slowly.
Nice. Noah, I also, speaking of things we shouldn't, I've been playing with this little clicky thing in my hands. I'm like, oh, that's probably making noise in the mic. So, audience,
No,
if
you're
you're hearing
fine.
that, that's me. That's my ADHD is kicking in. So, my apologies.
You're good, Zach.
Yeah, best episode of New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is Tigger's birthday. I'm just gonna say that. I think it's called All's Well That Ends Well.
I love the pirate episode.
Oh,
Zach.
it's great. It's great. I mean, every episode is great. I'm going to now get into real issues I had because,
Okay.
Drugs, I'm like, I just, it's not my thing, so I don't really know how to talk
One
about
second.
it. Yes.
Since we are on Winnie the Pooh, can I
Yes.
say
This is what I want to talk about. Yes.
I am upset.
Me too.
We barely got anything from Tigger.
Yes.
And here's the thing. I want one line from Tigger, and that's it. Drugs take the bounce out of you, and that's all I want. That would have
Take
been
the bounce out of you.
and that would be it. That's all I wanted.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's the part where Pooh is talking to Corey at the breakfast table.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can talk. And he's like, yes, I need to for the special. And she's like, oh, right. And it says, like, why didn't you tell your mother that you were worried about Michael? And, like, she said something to the effect of, like, well, if I do, he's going to get in trouble and he's mad at me. And to me, I think something that's so, and this could be the Christian kid in me coming back. There's just something to me that's about, like, in order to do the right thing, it will result in someone's getting mad at you. So, like, in a way, for Pooh to be like, oh, well, something worse might happen to him. Like, correct, but I feel like a more unique message would, like, Michael will be mad at me, and then she's like, then he's mad at you. You know what I mean? You know?
Where's that VeggieTales episode, Zach? Or like doing the right thing is not always easy and not always the most rewarding.
The Lord has given this Josh and the Big Wall, my friend.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so I mean, granted, that might just be how I've come to interpret a lot of things in scripture, is that sometimes in order for you to do what's right, it will result in people being upset with you, but you have to do it out of your own, like, volition and accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for the kids being like, it's not wrong to say, like, well, Michael is going to hurt himself, and then you'll be, you'll have a small part in that. I think at the same time it would be like, well, if he's mad at you, that's on him. Like, these are also his choices, and like, if he's mad at you, that's coming from a place of, whatever.
Yeah.
Which would be a lot to, as I say that out loud, it'd be a lot to ask of in this kid's special.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Also, this is moving on to later.
Mm-hmm.
When Michael said, tell Pooh Bear he better mind his own business, I was like, watch your mouth, Michael. I've watched you do drugs. I've watched you try to do crystal. Someone offered you crack, which was like, this is insanity.
Yeah.
But Pooh Bear, that's too far.
When Smoke threw him into the cabinet, I wanted to jump through the screen
with a fire extinguisher.
Not my Pooh Bear.
Not my Pooh Bear.
Someone turn on the fan.
Correct.
Open the window.
In that vein, you did talk about Tigger. Can we talk about the song?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan.
Oh, I don't. Here's where I take issue. If you ever watched the Chipmunk Show from the 80s, the songs that they put out are heaters. Yeah. The watch out, 'cause here we come.
Yeah.
It's been like gas. I'm all right. I'm gonna lose your entire audience right now, Noah.
Are you ready to be disappointed?
Yeah.
Do you know who wrote this song?
No.
It's gonna break your heart, Zach. It broke mine. Macon wrote this song.
Who?
Alan Macon.
That's hard for me to hear.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's very challenging. Maybe
Alan
he wrote it
Macon.
like during lunch while he was working on something
He
else.
composed it, and I don't. Howard Ashman did the lyrics.
The wordplay was good. Sorry, Howard. I love you. Beauty and the Beast is a perfect Disney movie.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Does
Here's
that
what I'm
make
gonna
you
say.
want to cry?
Yeah, it's tough. It's challenging. Here's what I'll say. The Chipmunks, and I realize I'm gonna lose your audience. Like Noah, people are going to unsubscribe to your podcast.
Here's the thing. What audience?
You're gonna get hate mail. This clip is gonna go viral, and you're gonna get hate mail for this. So just be ready, okay?
Okay.
Alvin and the Chipmunks do a better version of Danger Zone than Kenny Loggins. It's 9 million times better. So much so, I heard the Chipmunk version first and was very disappointed when I heard the Kenny Loggins version.
Oh, that's the first thing I'm listening to after we got.
Noah, gas. It's incredible.
Oh my goodness!
Their version of Beat It. Incredible.
I don't know
Listen.
why this remind. Have you listened to like the 80s and like 70s like Veggie Tales CDs or albums? Like you could hear Junior Asparagus sing "The Power of Love."
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But anyway, back to my thing. If the Chipmunks and now this is my segue into the other thing. I think this would have been better if you had just gotten 2 crossovers.
Yeah.
I think every animation was too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe there is a world with Pooh and Tigger,
Yeah.
the Ninja Turtles, and the Chipmunks, and the Smurfs that is not imploding immediately. I don't believe they all exist in the same world. However, the Ninja Turtles and the Chipmunks, well, that dialogue writes itself.
And maybe Garfield.
Yeah, and maybe you could throw in one more as like a cameo for fun, or you could even. I feel like at that point you could keep Pooh Bear because she's just with Corey. But if you had like the Ninja Turtles, which is like this was Michael's favorite when he was a kid, and now you have like the Chipmunks who like Corey is kind of into, and like because I'm like the dialogue of the Ninja Turtles and the Chipmunks getting into it writes itself.
I thought here's the thing. I thought it was a cool concept.
I agree.
That in the beginning of like the cartoon characters were just like memorabilia and like posters or lamps or pictures that Corey had in a room. I really liked that. But then we kind of went all over the place a little bit. Like when here's the thing. I love Bugs Bunny.
Incredible. I love Daffy.
But for him to randomly like show up was a little weird. And some of these characters, I'm just like, okay, is this literally a cartoon intervention, or is this kid that high?
Yes.
That he is seeing these cartoon characters.
And I think inherently that's the issue because like I feel like if you're a kid, if you're a kid who like is going to engage with this in a way that's not ironic at all, you're like it's not really for you because you're not doing drugs. If you're like old enough to know better, this isn't going to scare you straight.
Yeah.
And if anything, you're going to be like, is this kid on drugs? Like, oh, is this the result of him doing drugs? It's like, so that's, again, I think, like, drug education, like, there's the episode, I don't know if you're a Boy Meets World guy at all.
Yeah, yeah,
There's the episode where Sean gets drunk and
yeah,
like hits Angela and lashes out, and he's just like,
yeah,
I can't believe I did that. And that's like a very like,
yeah,
oh, like, okay, this lands. But I think as a whole, like, drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, I'm not against it being in a show, but
yeah,
like in a show that has characters that you know and that you care about,
yeah.
when you just take a bunch of them who usually have no affiliation
Mhm.
and would never have
Yeah,
any, like Winnie the Pooh should not be in a show where marijuana or alcohol exist. But now you've put them all in that world, and
yeah,
it's just like there's no universe in which I take this seriously and
yeah,
it engages with me. Like even as a third grader, we're like,
yeah.
Alvin, you know?
Cummings' push to have lines changed
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, Pooh Bear does not know what these words mean. He would
Good.
not say these things.
Yeah, that's great.
And I was like, and then I thought about it. I was like, no, he's
He's there for
Corey's
Corey. Yes.
angel on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
I
honestly
love
we
that.
could kept poop. We don't need Huey, Dewey, and Louie. That was a weird. I know people love Ducktales.
Well, even if you wanted to
That's
do the Chipmunks crossover with Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
or here's the thing: keep Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Let's put them in the Muppet Babies section.
Yes.
I don't need the Muppet Babies. I
Yeah,
don't know. Were
that
the
was too
Muppet
much.
Babies that big?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I didn't like. I felt
They
like I
were
love the Muppets,
huge. Like,
but
I would say all of these were like the heavy
big in the
hitters.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, too many cooks in the kitchen. And I just don't, to me, there's not a universe where Bugs and Winnie the Pooh coexist.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I wish it was just how about this? I wish it was just Warner Brothers and Disney
Yeah.
or even Nickelodeon and Disney.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be like it didn't need to be Endgame.
No, no, it didn't. And
It
if
could
it,
have just been, it could have just been Avengers.
and you know who should have been in this was McGee.
Why am I not surprised?
I think
Oh,
McGee should have. I think that would have made this way better.
I hmm. I see Zach. I could not. I vaguely remember McGee and Me. Zach, that was slightly after my time. I'm sorry.
Okay, what if you got any of the characters from Greatest Adventure, stories from the Bible?
See, that's not. I'm not familiar with.
No.
You know what? You know what I liked. I wish Adventures and Odyssey did something around this way. You know what?
Yeah,
They would.
they
They
would.
would.
They would. Again, I think the problem is
Another movie that's being made. It's a prequel.
okay. Here's what I'll say. If and I think this is my like big thing. If you wanna talk to I've been thinking about this a lot
Hmm.
recently. Is how do you get kids to not do things?
Yeah.
You know, this idea of like how do you get your child to, you know, if you don't, any number of things you don't want them to do,
Mhm.
how do you do it? And for
Yeah.
me, it's like I think it's an act of self-denial.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want your kids to drink, like you can't drink in front of them probably, or
Yeah.
which might sound like harsh, and I don't mean it that way, but I'm like, you know, like for instance, there's people who are like, my kid is cursing, and
Yeah.
it's like, well, you know, if you do that in front of them, they're going to
Mhm.
do it too. And kind of like, for me, I'm like, the best way to get kids to not do things is to be
Yeah.
the example, but also to like be mindful of who's leaving an impression
Yeah.
on them. And no, I just don't think the mass majority of kids are going
Yeah.
to stay off of harmful drugs and things like
Yeah.
that because Bugs Bunny told them
Mhm.
it was bad.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Zach, do you feel like there was a point in this special where it didn't feel like it was about drugs and it was about like high chasing or like
Yeah. Yes.
dopamine chasing? Because that's what I felt like, and I wish we went a little like deeper into that of like, sure, this things make you feel good now, but
Yes.
you're gonna feel worse. And then we said that like once or twice, and then three times we was like, this is what you look like on drugs. This is your body on drugs.
Yeah.
Um,
To me, the
yeah.
most like impactful. This is gonna sound weird.
Mhm.
The moment that translated best was when he like got physical with his sister and was like, I can't believe I
Yeah.
did that. And it's
Yeah.
like that's the thing. Like more than us going through his brain and being like, this is wild and you're gonna look like a scary zombie is the moment
Yeah.
of like, I lost control
Mhm.
because I, made these decisions to let this affect my life in this way. And I think for kids, it's the idea of like, if you are going to do things that alter your
Yeah.
mind, you really don't know what it's going to turn you into. And again, I'm not like condemning people or anything like that,
Yeah.
but I think it's like if you're going to get to the point where you're lying to people about, how much you're consuming things. And also this is
Yeah.
for kids who
Yeah.
like it's just not good as your brain is really developing. I think in a lot of ways the most impactful thing is like this is something that's going to affect you in a way that you don't
Yeah.
know what the outcome is going to be, and you could turn into this person.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, I don't ever want to do that.
I wish we got more into that, like
Yeah.
the other person,
Yeah, cuz it's like you're
like because it just showed images, like to actually show like, Michael, this is you,
yeah.
like this is how you're gonna act. This is, you might be in and out of the hospital.
You could have just It's a Wonderful Life did.
Yes,
Yeah, with
or
the
even
with like, and you just pick your three characters, and because they're animated, it's like, okay, here you are.
yeah,
Like you used to love the Chipmunks. They're
yeah,
here to show you your past when you were like happy, and
or
then here's
even A
like,
Christmas Carol.
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah,
Christmas Carol.
yeah,
It's well, they're the
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah,
Christmas. You're right, Christmas Carol. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what it is. You get the three, and it's like
yeah,
here. I used to love the Chipmunks. They're showing you your
yeah,
past. I like the Ninja Turtles now. They're here to show me this, and then like, here's somebody from like nobody likes you, Michael, because I feel like
yeah,
your imminent death is scary, but the idea of like being alone because you keep hurting people
yeah,
is like, oh, I don't want that. Like, and I think it's telling that the conversation around this when I was like looking on the internet is
yeah,
that like the drug message is goofy and people are like, yo, stealing your little sister's piggy bank is crazy. And it's like, and I
yeah,
feel like that's the stuff that hit was the things that
mhm,
were actually
yeah,
relatable.
yeah. I have to say, the part that I felt like was perfect but missed opportunity was Daffy as the fortune teller.
Yes.
And there was a missed opportunity because he picked up the bowling ball instead of the crystal ball, which was hilarious. He's
Yes.
like, this thing won't work. It's like, I see nothing. It's just pitch black. And then you insert the line, that's what your life's gonna look like on drugs. Pitch black. Your future is pitch black. And then Michael's like, you're using a bowling ball. It's like, oh, that explains the 7-10 split.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was there
How
was
did it end? I'm struggling to
so
remember.
it ended very abruptly.
Yeah.
Very abruptly. Because I had to, Zach, this morning I had to rewatch the ending because myself could not remember how it ends.
I
Because
can't
the
remember
only
it.
thing that you remember
Yeah.
is smoke being thrown into the dumpster and Pooh Bear hops into the poster
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then let's go talk to mom and dad. And there was no like there was no it was just cut. There was no fade to black. There was
Yeah.
no like, hey mom and dad, I need to tell you something, fade to black.
Yeah.
It was just it ended there. And I felt like, why are we ending here?
Yes.
I feel like the most important part of this story is him coming to his parents. Because
Huh?
sure, he's choosing to, I need to fight this addiction,
Yes.
but he hasn't won. Sure, he says, I'm going to quit. I'm taking the first step.
Yeah.
But you don't really see him take that first step. Sure, he has a new attitude, and
Yes.
that's great. But it's like, I feel like we need a hero transformation.
We do.
If
And
Michael is our main character, if Michael is our what? Our
protagonist?
no, our Garwin.
There we go.
If he's
Uh-huh.
if he's our Garwin,
Nice.
we need him like to see him go through this transformation
Yes.
from villain to savior.
Yeah. And here's another thing that I think Brandon Sharp used to say this, but like family entertainment is for the family.
Yeah.
And you bring up the idea that um they were letting people rent this for free at
Yeah.
the video stores. And for me, I'm thinking if I'm watching this with my kid and I'm just seeing this dad who's like, I guess I'm not keeping track of how many beers I'm having on a
Yeah.
Friday night, and mom just like, oh honey, you must have had too much. I feel like it would have been important for the kids and the parents to see like,
Yeah.
how do you react to this as a parent? Like, what's the response from mom and dad? Because it's like, well, if mom and dad are gonna be like, I can't believe it, and like start like hitting them with the newspaper, it's like, well, I guess I'll run away from home. So I
Mhm.
think it would have benefited from like a, well, Michael, like we wish
Yeah.
you wouldn't have done this, but we're so happy that like, you're
Yeah.
telling us now.
Zach, forgive me for the comparison
Okay.
I'm going to make. And we've been talking a lot about Christian media on this episode, but I'm going to continue to do it. I feel like this is a lot like God's Not Dead. There's a lot of the entire special seems to be an entire yes and statement,
Yes.
but we're not giving the and. We're not giving like we're saying drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Not that I want to disagree with you. It's tell me why I shouldn't be doing them. Sure, they're not good for me. Okay, like why are they not good for me?
Yeah.
Oh, like show me the actual like the consequences of my actions.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and like to an extent, it's like, had we gone the Christmas Carol route,
Yeah.
you could show like Michael used to like love playing on his sports team and hanging
Yeah.
out with his family and like his friends, but now that he's had to be sneaky, because to me,
Yeah.
I kind of tend to say like, I keep dropping the Christian lingo today.
Yeah.
Sin does not exist in a singular fashion. Like, it
Yeah.
always leads to something else. Like, okay, you stole something. Well, like, when someone asks you where you got it, now you have to lie about it. And then you got to keep telling that
Yeah.
lie. And then that leads to, like, more stuff. And so for this, it's like, doing drugs when you're not of age,
Yeah.
thing number one. Thing number
Yeah.
two, you have to lie about it to your parents. Thing number
Mhm.
three, you have to obtain it through like, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like this thing of, Michael, you've had to do all of these bad things. Like,
Mhm.
is it worth it?
I wish we leaned more into the relationship between Michael and Corey,
Yes.
because that seemed to be what was valuable, especially to Corey.
Yeah.
And I almost wish this was like a movie and not a short, where we got to see, because we didn't have a plot per se, because there was a beginning, there was an end, but there really wasn't a climax.
No.
It was like it's
Yeah,
it's
no.
it's literally like Michael like does drugs. He's like so addicted that he's stealing from his sister.
Yeah.
And
He
then
does
also
drugs, goes to cool places.
I'm confused. Like Michael's stealing drugs from his sister, but then later this chick steals his wallet,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, wait, you had money to begin with, and or this would have been interesting if this was a flashback
Yes.
to because she says $20. $20 was the amount that Corey had in her piggy bank. That would have made sense.
Yes.
I don't I wonder if this was rushed.
Oh, I'm
I
sure it was.
I
I'm sure it was like,
because
we need a anti-drug
here's the
thing
thing.
now.
I want to give Mencken the benefit of the doubt because he's made. I've not heard a song that Mencken has done besides this one that's disappointed me or that I didn't think was good. Can you think of a song that Mencken's done that you don't think is that good? I can't off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's a guy like you.
Okay, okay,
But
that's
that's in the context
yeah
of the movie.
movie. Yeah,
The song he wrote for Sausage Party was a little disappointing.
he wrote a song for Sausage
He
Party.
co-did the score. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Also, here's the thing. Mencken's a musical guy.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
And this is not a
100%.
musical.
No, it's like a song that
We could have made it a musical.
I can't remember the melody. I just remember it's in that like BPM.
There's like, it's more than one way to say no. No,
Yes.
no.
That was some Howard Ashman
Also,
lyrics. Though.
I didn't like Huey, Dewey, and Louie singing. Like, no, it's like they barely sung in anything that they've been in. I thought it was weird.
Yes.
If like leave the singing to the Chickmunks.
Yes.
That should have been their headliner.
Uh-huh. Can you imagine how dope that would be?
Yeah.
That would be good. That would be good. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm curious. So I've been racking my brain on like what would you do if you were either making this special or you wanted to make something that's like, hey kids, don't do this. This is not good for you. Or I feel okay. The more I think about it, I feel like I want to do almost like a Veggie Tales episode or something more of like the things that you desire
Yeah.
are not going to bring you peace, not going to
Yeah.
make you happy. Because it felt like a decent portion of this is that he was chasing happiness. He wanted to feel good. And that's great. But as it said, as baby Kermit said, like
Yeah.
you will feel high for like a short period of time,
Yeah.
and then it's a long descent.
Well, for him to say like it's a roller coaster ride,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but like to put it that way, people wait for hours in line
Yeah.
for like seconds on a roller coaster. So
Yeah.
it's like I just don't think that analogy hits. Like you can't talk about like, you know, drugs will make you feel bad, because I think it's like, well, then just do more drugs so your high lasts long. You know what I mean? It's like you can combat that. But
I think drugs and alcohol need to be a period as sentence.
yeah. Yeah.
Like as sometimes like now I don't sometimes faith works as being a period of sentence.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need it to be like the full book to really get that understanding.
Good point.
But when you're trying to teach things to kids,
Yes.
sometimes it is like I feel like we should have journeyed with Michael. Like maybe Michael's not doing drugs to be cool.
Yeah, he's going through something.
Maybe Michael's dealing with depression.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael's bullied at school, and this is, hey kid, I see you feel down. Try this.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be more, because we shouldn't we shouldn't be self-diagnosing our pain
Yes.
with things that are just gonna hurt us more.
I agree. I agree. Here's you asked the question. I mean, I think I would have really leaned into the parents having his back because I think
Yeah.
when I was a kid, the reason I didn't feel, I think a big reason I didn't feel pressure to do things is
Mhm.
that like my parents were always like, if you're ever at a party or someone's house and they're doing stuff you don't want to be a part of, you can
Yeah.
call us. And they're like, and I don't, my mom would just be like, I don't care, you can make me the bad guy. Like you could be
Yeah.
like, oh, my mom's like being such a jerk, she says I have to come home
Yeah.
now. She's like, if you need to do that to get yourself out of a
Yeah.
situation, I don't care. Like you can do that and that's
Yeah.
fine. And even with like our nieces and nephews, like none of them are at that point, but Hannah and I have been like, we will tell them if you're in a situation where you're in trouble and you
Yeah.
need to get out and you need to call us, like we will come pick you up, no questions asked. Like it'll be
Yeah.
dealt with at a later point, but like you have us to get you out of it. And for Michael,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm sorry, you have his dad who can't remember how many beers he drank and like his seemingly doormat mom. And so it's kind of like, well, who's going to help him through this? And like,
Yeah.
who does he have to lean on? And I think like, here's how you keep drugs, like kids out of drugs. Cause
We
like
need the gargoyles.
you need the gargoyles. Like, here's how you keep kids from doing things they're not supposed to. Like, I think you have to tell them like, listen, like sometimes in our lives, like we all have pain, we all have struggle, but like if we're wise, we know that like there's always tomorrow. You know, like lean on me. And when you're
Yeah.
not strong, I'll be your friend and I'll help you carry on because I know it's not going to be long before I'm going to need somebody to lean on. Like please swallow your pride. You know, if you have things you need to borrow, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you will just let me. Like just call on me when you need a hand. Like I said before, we all need somebody to lean. And you know what? Like I just might have a problem that you'll understand. Like we all need somebody to lean on. Call me. Call me. Call me. That's how you get kids off drugs. Make them sing, teach them to sing Lean on Me.
That was so good.
Bill Withers, by the way, one of my favorite artists of all time. If you've
My
never listened to
goodness,
him,
he's
check him
so
out.
good. Oh my goodness, I'm as red as a fire truck right now.
Lean on me when you're not strong. And
I hate the hip hop version of that song.
Oh, do we, Noah? I'm sure it exists.
No, like it's not as good as Bill Withers' version, because it like starts with a synth
Yeah.
and then goes into a hip hop beat, and it's all over the place.
I'm so
I don't like it.
cynical. I'm
I don't
so
like it.
cynical.
You know what? I'm a grubby, grouchy
See,
old
I'm
man.
old man. I said that. I was stage managing Jagged Little Pill, and I said that to the cast. I was like, if you're talking backstage, I'm a horrible, grumpy, grouchy old man. Don't do it.
Okay, another thing I just thought of.
Yes.
What if we presented this as like a elementary school play?
Go
What if
on.
what if like Michael is like the main character on the stage play, cuz I feel like these animated shows have done like I'm going to tell you a story in the set of like a stage play, cuz Winnie the Pooh has done it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're
And
right.
I'm
You're
just
right.
like, why don't we do it like this? Or here's the thing: so many of these animated studios have done this. Well, actually, this was also made overseas, so I don't know. I don't know. Uh, Bueno Vista, I think,
One of the, yeah.
headed up the project.
Well, they had everything.
So I'm I feel like we could have put more into this, especially if we wanted kids to like actually like absorb this. I mean, literally as a kid, all I can remember is like smoking's bad for you.
Yes.
Drugs are bad for you. I only remembered the smoking part. I didn't
Yeah.
remember marijuana. I
I
didn't
I just
remember
remembered it being about
crack.
cigarettes.
Um, and there was a lot of other ones that were better than this one. And the only reason that this one stands out is because it has all the animated characters you remember.
You're right. Here you were asking.
Hmm.
Uh, I can't find the quote online, which is sad, but I'll chalk it up. Are you
Okay.
no? Are you familiar? Do you know the movie Thank You for Smoking?
No, I do
It's
not.
an excellent movie. Everyone should check it
Yeah.
out. But it's about a cigarette lobbyist who speaks on behalf of cigarettes,
Okay.
and he's our protagonist.
Oh, I've
Yes,
seen clips. This was with um Aaron. No, is it
Aaron
Aaron
Eckhart. Yeah,
Eckhart or yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
It's awesome. One of my favorite comedies. He's a lobbyist for cigarettes.
Yeah.
And there's a scene. The premise is this: the villain of the movie
Yeah.
is trying to put a skull and crossbones logo on every carton of cigarettes. Right?
Yeah.
He's our bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
The guy who's trying to keep people from smoking.
Yeah.
There's a scene where, at the end of the movie, to kind of spoil a little bit, he's in court and they're like yelling at him and everything, and he's saying, um, gentlemen, it's called education. It
Mhm.
comes from our parents and from our teachers, and it doesn't
Yeah.
come off the back of a cigarette carton. And
Mm.
my thing is like, folks, it's education.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we wish, kids don't smoke because Bugs Bunny. Kids aren't going to stay off drugs
Yeah.
because Bugs Bunny told them not to, and kids aren't gonna, you know, clean their room and do things that they're supposed to do
Yeah.
because this or that or the other thing. And I think that's the thing. Like, if you want to put out a special like this, sure. Like, I
Yeah.
guess there's not really any harm necessarily in
Mhm.
it. It's just like I think we need to find ways to like empower our parents and our teachers and give them resources to have like a
Yeah.
healthy discussion.
You know, Zach, I just realized something. I almost forgot about this. You want to know what a better version of this short is? It's actually it's a movie with Timothy Chalamet and Steve Carell, My Beautiful Boy.
Yes, I totally agree.
And
Totally great
that
movie.
movie I watched with my dad, and I actually, if anything's like kind of scared me away from like doing drugs,
Yeah.
that movie kind of did.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think that movie has almost everything that like we are desiring from this.
Yes.
Sadly, it doesn't have um a good ending because Timothy Chalamet's character just keeps relapsing
Yeah. I thought you were
throughout the
going to say because
movie.
it doesn't have poo, but
No, well, no, it doesn't have poo. But he steals from his younger siblings to buy drugs.
yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's a
And
great movie.
that was even, and I think that movie has what this short lacks on
Yes.
where you see the transformation.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a good transformation, but it's sometimes you might think what you're doing is fine, but sometimes life is like a cell that you're so comfortable in, and one day the door slams shut. I'm sorry. I couldn't help but quote God's not dead. But
Yeah.
oh, that's one of the few good scenes from that movie.
Here's another thing I'll say about
Yeah.
being a kid and
Mhm.
doing drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of
We
the
didn't
big things I remember in high
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
we were in woodshop, and
Mhm.
these guys were talking about like how they get cigarettes. And it's like, well, I
Yeah.
have to pay for those and I have to pay for that. And,
Yeah.
they were talking about like they couldn't go see like this movie or whatever because like
Yeah.
they were spending it on cigarettes. And I remember this one kid who we all assumed did drugs
Yeah.
started like making fun of them.
Mhm.
And he was like, "You guys sound so stupid." And he's like, and they're like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "I don't smoke." He's like, "And I got money for like CDs. I can go to Wendy's and like get whatever I want. I can go to the movies." Like
Yeah.
it was this thing. And also I'm like, as a kid working that minimum wage job at the
Mhm.
McDonald's, like you can't really afford
Yeah.
these habits. Like even if I go out to the bar with like, my friends now, like
Yeah.
a cocktail's like $20. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is insane. This is insanity. And you can get
Yeah.
a Shirley Temple for $3. And listen, I will destroy one of those. The Shirley Temple is great, and you usually get free refills. And sometimes, if you're at a bar when it's busy, they'll
Yeah.
just give it to you. They're just like, you can have it, whatever. That does not happen when I get my Heineken Zeros. That's right, folks. That's how hardcore I am. Even when I'm drinking, it's a non-alcoholic beer. Uh, but even those are like
Yeah.
$8, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is so expensive. Like, if anything, if you want to hit
Yeah.
kids with a real like "don't do drugs" message, be like,
Mhm.
you can't buy baseball cards.
Yeah.
You can't buy, KFC was across the street from my
Mhm.
elementary school. You
You
can't buy
can't buy
KFC.
Chick-fil-A.
You can't buy Chick-fil-A. If you do drugs, like, how are you going to buy the Blade trilogy on Blu-ray? If you do drugs, how are you going to buy Bill Withers vinyls? How are you going to get new shoes on Poshmark? I'm just saying all these things I like.
Yeah.
How are you going to put out a new album with your band if you're spending all of your money? And cigarettes are like what, $20 a carton now? Like
It's ridiculous.
it's insane. I mean, is it? I would suggest. I don't think any. I think smoking's
I
like
don't know.
not good for you.
I like
But I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge. But I'm
like I'll be vulnerable. Like I occasionally smoke a cigar, but
yeah,
that's pure tobacco.
that's a
Like
treat.
a c- a cigarette has all these chemicals,
Yeah,
all the bleach and stuff, all these these filters that are supposed to be good for you, but like cause more harm than good.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I hope my mom doesn't listen to this show.
If she does, I would be surprised.
I'm sorry, mom. She listened to every episode of Godfellas, and I used to get notes from her. Like she
I
was.
can't I can't get my mom to listen.
My mom was upset about some of the episodes. Like the Amy Grant
Mm.
episode, I got 2 pages of notes. She was not happy.
How dare you disrespect this queen?
I mean, she's not wrong. I love my mom. I love Amy
Yeah.
Grant. My mom's wonderful. I've sung her praises this whole episode.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will say, my big experience with like smoking was my buddy took me to a hookah lounge in Lancaster,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, and it was like the sickest thing. I was there like, oh, cool. Like you just get a fountain and it
Yeah.
tastes nice, and like you have a
Yeah.
little you play like board games, and
Yeah.
there's like a guy playing music. Like this is so cool. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, this could be a fun little like
Yeah.
thing that I do.
Yeah.
And I think it was like the next day I saw on the internet like one fountain is the equivalent of like 100 cigarettes, and I was like, okay, so never again.
Yeah.
I used to be a tenor, and then I
Yeah.
smoked once, and now I'm a bass. So if anything, folks, if you want to lose them high notes,
Yeah. I I think we need to be more informative when we're doing stuff like I don't know. I remember stuff like going into the science. Like sure and also like after Michael said like are you guys like cruising for lung cancer and they say oh it's not a cigarette. I mean like okay and you're still going to like you're still putting smoke in your lungs.
What was the context of him saying that?
Like he literally
Did they offer him first?
So he's playing football. I think the frisbee or the football gets thrown too far. He goes around the corner, sees them smoking, says, "Are you guys cruising for lung cancer?" And then they're like, "It's not a cigarette, it's pot. Do you want to try some?" Um,
Nobody is offering that very expensive pot in the 90s. And I think there's another good point. You know, one of my favorite quotes in any Disney movie is from The Lion King,
yeah,
which is when Mufasa says, "Being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble." And
yeah,
it's like, Michael, you went in and you were
yeah,
like being a jerk, and now you're considering doing crack.
yeah. It's As I said, I don't know. I almost felt, you know what? I feel like we should almost do. Why didn't we just do a special about fulfillment?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that because I feel like that's what Michael's it seems what like Michael's chasing because he wants to feel good, or he fell down this rabbit hole because, oh, I was happy, did drugs, and then and it's all
I figured it
yeah.
out. I figured
Mm,
out the whole. I have a pitch, Noah.
okay.
I have a pitch.
All right. Let's hear it.
So Michael is in a band,
Yeah.
and they're gonna play the Battle of the Bands, and he's so excited. However, recently, like maybe there's something going on at home. Maybe
Mm,
mom and maybe like a relative has just like passed away,
yeah.
something like that. Something's going on at home,
Yeah.
and Michael is coping by doing drugs.
Mm,
And as a result, like he's stealing money from the guys in his band that they're leaving out in the open, or he's like being dishonest with them and he's lying to them, and they're getting to a point of like, Michael,
yeah.
like, we're going to kick you out of the band if you like don't do this. Like if you keep on doing this. So then he kind of is in his like, well, screw you guys, I don't need anybody.
Mm,
That's when he goes to sleep. Alvin and the
yeah.
Chipmunks show up as the ghost of Christmas past. Like,
Yeah.
you love, not only
Yeah.
do you love music, but you love your friends and you love
Mm,
performing and you love
yeah.
making people happy with your music. Cut to Ghost of Christmas Present, the Ninja Turtles, telling
Yeah.
him, like, all of your friends are like upset with you and they're mad and they don't trust you anymore. And then we go to, I don't know who the ghost of Christmas future is. I don't, maybe you
Mm,
can pitch me someone.
yeah.
But we go to that where Michael has been kicked out of the band.
Yeah.
They won Battle of the Bands, and maybe now they're like not huge, but like they get to play music for fun and people like
Mm,
it and they enjoy it.
yeah.
And he's not part of that, and he's not even friends with them anymore. And
Mm,
also, like, he's broke, he's alone, and it didn't make him feel better. And you know what would have made him feel better? Like, investing in his friendships and, like, letting them love on him and take care of him. And then it's like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose all these
yeah.
people as a result. It's not worth it. Mom, dad, I need help. Like, friends,
Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah. All right, Zach, I have another pitch for you.
Yes,
And you
yes.
might hate me. You might hate me for this one. Um, so so you know who plays Michael?
Is it Jason Marsden?
It's Jason Marsden.
Hannah
I
thought that. I was like, this would be a
I,
little
w-
early, right?
yeah, this was a young Jason Marsden.
Yeah.
What if we wait a couple years, maybe a decade la- later, and instead of Michael, it's Max Goof dealing with drugs, Zach. And the thing is, I know what you're thinking.
That
I
would
know
be
what you're
tough to
thinking.
watch, but we actually like that character.
It would be tough to watch, but the thing is, with how that character is,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would make sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not saying replace Goofy movie. Maybe this is an episode of Goof Troop. Maybe this is the second movie that's in between an in betweequel, if
Yeah.
you will, between the first and the second one.
Yes.
I think it would work because you always see like Max being conflicted.
Yes.
And
Yeah. No, you're right. You're
I
right.
feel like it would work, especially we could also here's the thing. Everyone loved like the Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. We show conflict between Max's dad when him on drugs, and we have Jiminy the Cricket,
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse,
Yep.
even like Donald Duck. Like I think that would be a masterpiece.
Yeah. Another way you could go with it is you have the chipmunks. Alvin starts smoking
Mhm.
crystal meth so that he can be better at music, and his brothers are now mad.
Or even
I don't want to see Alvin smoke crystal meth. I take that back.
or even Dave. You know what I mean? Like no,
You thought he was mad at Alvin before. When Alvin finds his stash,
yeah,
he's
and
gonna
then
be furious.
like and then like you see like the boys have like an intervention because like now now Zach gets to laugh. I love it.
Dave kills Alvin because
Alvin.
I went too far, boys.
He's just sleeping.
Simon starts reading his pulse, and Dave's like, I guess I gotta kill.
Oh my goodness. Dave, I have the munchies.
I mean, if any of them were gonna. Who would do drugs in the Chipmunks universe? Miss Miller.
No. Alvin would do steroids. Simon
True.
would do ADHD medication, and Theodore would do marijuana.
Yeah? See, I'm like, not to be like that. I feel like the Chipettes are the ones who would.
Oh,
Like-
you are right.
Like,
You're right.
what was her name? Brittany?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like she's.
does anyone remember the Chipettes?
I do. Jeanette, Eleanor, and. No, I don't want to get you canceled.
No. Go ahead.
We can't talk about Chipmunk Adventure. Like, I feel like it would just be. We would get canceled by association if we talked about the movie A Chipmunk Adventure.
I don't even remember that movie.
So, Noah, this is a movie where, I think it's 94. The Chipmunks, Dave goes on a trip to Europe without them, and they're jealous.
1987.
87?
That's what it says.
Oh, no. This got worse. And the Chipmunks really want to go see the world, and the Chipettes. So they're coerced into diamond smuggling by these two gangsters, and the Chipmunks in 1987 culture go around the world to deliver these diamonds. Now that sounds kind of fun, and it's out there.
I hate this.
Yes.
I hate this anime. Wait,
they go
the
to
Chipettes are this old? I thought the Chipettes was just like a 2000s thing.
No. It's it's a race. You see, they're racing the Chipettes to. They're not aware that they're smuggling diamonds. They've been like coerced into this. So no, I just want you to imagine in 1987's culture, the Chipmunks go to Mexico, and they sing a song that has not aged well. Then they go to, I think, Istanbul. No, they go to Greece, and they sing a song that's a banger, that's a heater, that's amazing. Then they go to Egypt, and they do a song there. Then they go to the Mel Gibson movie Apocalypto,
Oh,
where a native tribe is going to sacrifice them unless they sing Woolly Bully.
mm,
I loved this movie as a kid, and rewatching it, I was like, this is yikes on yikes. The girls go to Antarctica and rescue a penguin. Uh, I think I have our next episode.
Maybe.
The Chipettes sing a song called Getting Lucky with You.
That's just.
It's, yeah. Right?
That's.
They almost get eaten by a shark.
Man, I'd rather I'd rather watch more the sequels to The Secrets of Nim.
Yeah, bro, The Secrets of Nim, fire. My parents saw that
It's
on their honeymoon. Fire.
the Chipmunk Adventure. $21 for the DVD on Amazon.
All right, let's get it. I think I have it, actually.
I remember watching some of the Chipmunk cartoons.
I loved
I
It's a
I
Wonderful Life,
remember
Dave.
I remember the Star Trek one.
Yes.
I remember
Batmonk.
Batmonk.
That's the one
Batmonk
that has
was
the
so
Kenny
good.
Loggins, the revving up your engine, listen to the howling rock.
Oh, that's so good. What? Honey, I shrunk
Honey,
the Honey.
yes.
We shrunk the parents or something like that.
Something funny, we shrunk ourselves.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man. Yeah. Robo-Monk.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw that one. I wanted to see desperately I know it was in the the opening theme. I wanted to watch the Star Wars one if that
Yeah.
existed.
Yes. I don't know if it does.
If it doesn't, that's sad.
We're going to make it.
I don't know. It was just.
I love.
Can I tell you how disappointed I was when I watched the reboot on Nickelodeon? Like the three. It was like watching the reboot of Garfield. It was just like, okay, you slightly scratch an itch, but like I miss what you used to be.
Yes, and it's hard because I'm like, okay, am I just missing out on this? But then I see something like DuckTales, which I'm like, this might be even better than.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think it's me being cynical. Although it's hard to revisit the media from your youth. Like Mitch Dupree and I were talking about the Mighty Ducks movies. And I'm like, you just can't watch these as an adult because the idea of like, you have to accept that a man gets arrested with a DUI and his punishment is he has to coach a children's hockey league. And you're just like, no.
Well,
and then he's willing to lose his lawyer job so he can coach this team.
Well, even like the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian.
Excuse me.
Like, if you went back in time and found like 8-year-old me,
yes,
8-year-old me would have told you this was like one of my favorite movies. And then I listened to your podcast episode about it, and then I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh Lord!
I feel like I've ruined a lot of media for the Christian children.
Well, it's you more have opened my eyes, Zach. I mean, well, the thing is, it's also the thing with some movies.
Yes,
if you're not don't get me wrong, I like a good book. Sometimes it's hard for me for my attention span. And so Chronicles of Narnia, that was a little hard.
Yes.
And I will say Prince Caspian's a beautiful movie.
I think it's an improvement over the book. But the book is not, but I don't think the book is very good.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you know what? That's fair. That's fair. See, you want to know what better movie Disney has done that they like combined multiple books and is, I think, maybe a better movie than Prince Caspian?
If you say what I think you're going to say,
it's probably Black Cauldron's probably better than Prince Caspian.
Sure. Sure. I thought you were gonna. I forgot that Paramount, that Nickelodeon did Series of Unfortunate Events, and I was like, I'll walk out of here right now.
With Jim Carrey.
Yes, which is not that bad of a movie, but the books were like my jam when I
If
was
if
little.
if I could, the only part I enjoyed about that movie was Jim Carrey, and the
Who
thing
will
is,
play the most handsome count in
but
all the world?
it was really hard because I love Jim Carrey,
Yes,
but he's the villain, and you're supposed to despise him.
but he's the best character in it.
And he was the best character. It's like, my name is Stefano.
I am
I am an
Italian, man.
Italian man. Do you have a hall pass?
Yeah, don't do drugs. Watch
That
watch
was
movies.
that was the whole plot
That was the whole
of
plot.
that movie.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. You know, that's why the house burned down. They were doing drugs. That was dark even for me.
That was
Oof.
That was the last movie I saw with that one kid. The kid from
Good Boy.
Stepmom.
And Good Boy.
Did I see that movie? I can't remember.
It's about dogs. I don't remember it that well.
I just Zach,
Yes.
do you think cartoon All Stars to the Rescue? Do you think that could be done today? Because I saw some fandom stuff. I didn't read it. Like someone made one in 2024. But the question here's the thing. I was thinking today. I feel like the narrative has changed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of I felt like what almost we were leading to, because I feel like especially where drugs are on the culture right
Yes.
now, I feel like you can't say just don't do drugs, because also I think we've learned a lot more about drugs.
Yes.
Like some drugs can be useful, like
Right.
marijuana in right doses
Yes.
can actually do good. But I think we need to then change the narrative to don't abuse drugs.
Right.
Or also don't do drugs underage.
Yes.
Like you're a kid, you shouldn't be drinking, you shouldn't be doing drugs. Now, if you get to a point where it's legal,
Yes. I don't think you could make this today. And here's why.
Yeah.
I think at that point, children's TV and animation, I'm not going to say it was new, but this was the first like generation that had grown up on television at this point that was making the show. So I feel like the IP on the characters is not as precious. Whereas I feel like now there's a level of like Disney would not put Winnie the Pooh in a show where there is drugs, or the Muppets, or like I feel like they just would not sign off on doing this. And you kind of alluded to this earlier, and I don't want to get into like politics. I feel like an order from like the president to make this, people would just be like, then I guess I'm losing my job. You know, like don't tell me what to create and what to animate. Now, if you're saying people got like a blank check from and got to like make something that's out there and crazy, and it just like happened or whatever, I understand, but I think today like these characters are too sacred and maybe important. I think the best you would get is like a poster on Instagram of like, you know, Paddington Bear saying that like drugs are very harmful and I don't like when you do them. You could not make this today.
Yeah. Well, and also I feel like the studios, I feel like we don't care about morals anymore. And that might be a little bit of a dig, but like I don't watch a lot of like kids TV show that's made today, but when I do catch an episode, I don't I feel like, especially this is what I feel like Disney's been doing in the past like 10 years. I feel like, okay, we're going to do a kid friendly soap opera. We care less of, oh, this is how you should solve problems, this is what you should do in this scenario, to, oh, we're gonna do a like scandal or whatever, or do a kid friendly version of this popular drama.
Ye- Um, Here's where I'll push just a little bit because I'm
Okay.
trying to think about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Do you remember outside of like explicitly Christian media?
Yeah.
Do you remember any life lessons from any of the TV shows that you watched as a kid?
Yes. And there might be pushback. I am actually it probably helps a little bit that I've been rewatching Ben 10. And I I remember, and also I don't know, we also I feel like studios care less about narrative now, or telling a story, but that's besides the point. I remember watching these superhero shows, Zach, growing up. And I remember as a kid wanting to be like these superheroes because doing the right thing matters.
Huh.
That's the one, like doing good, like good prevails over evil. Like we need to help people even if it's not going to benefit ourselves.
With great power
And
comes great responsibility. Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like we care less about that and care more about what's being funny. Because like example, we went from Teen Titans, a beloved like show by people from the 90s and 2000s, to oh, we're gonna put go on the end and make it like SpongeBob.
Sure. E- Here's the only thing I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
is I
yeah, go
don't
ahead.
remember learning anything fresh from any of the shows I watched when I was a kid. I remember like I
Yeah,
loved Blue's Clues and Little
yeah,
Bear and Roly Poly
yeah,
Oly. Like I loved all those things, but I never felt like I was hearing something for the first time. Now,
yeah.
granted, I had wonderful parents who I think
Mm-hmm.
did a great job raising
Yeah,
me. And
yeah.
not everybody is fortunate to have that. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes TV is how those lessons are
Yeah,
learned. But thinking back, I don't remember like this episode of Little Bear did it for me. Now,
yeah,
granted, I've rewatched some and there's things like, oh,
yeah,
that's a good message for kids. And then, I my nieces and nephews love Bluey,
yeah, yeah,
and they've alluded to like the importance of sleep and that dreams are beautiful. They
yeah,
alluded to trigger warning, like a miscarriage in one episode.
yeah, yeah.
and
That.
and that's when I'm like, if I were a kid that would have gone over my head, but as a parent I'm like, that could be a very powerful
Yeah,
moment. So I do think it's there. I think it's when they try to revamp stuff for when you and I were kids, that's where it's not working. Like I feel like a lot of the original shows, like people, if you tried to do this is the new Fred Rogers, people, that would be terrible. But now
yeah,
you have someone like Miss Rachel, who
yeah.
say what you want about her, but the kids love her music and
Mm-hmm.
and the show and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And I feel like there's just different stuff now, and the problem is when they're trying to recreate things that have already existed. I'm like, tell a new
yeah,
story, because these are new kids who are living in, you know, I guess the more things change, the more they stay the same. But like, find a fresh way to tell these stories that's not just like
yeah.
dipping.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just racking my brain to see. I I was I'd like to see a world where we could do something like this again, or where we could come together and do like a message of some kind. Cuz I do think the heart behind this project,
Yeah, sure.
like the at least the merit, like
Yes.
at least we're uniting to try to do a message. It wasn't delivered well.
You know what I just realized, Noah?
Hmm.
Everything has that we've been talking about
Yeah.
has been done in animation. You got the crossover. You
Yeah.
got a powerful message about doing the right thing and not giving in to peer pressure. And it was done well, masterfully, and I want to see more of it. It's the Spider-Verse movies.
You're right. You're that's
Yeah, yeah. Everything I could have like wanted this to say is said more effectively, efficiently, and more accurately in the Spider-Verse movies. Like in a way that I saw those movies when I was, I think, I want to say 25 and then 28, and I got something from both of them and get something from both of them when I watch them. In a way, I think the third one is going to say something special to me too. But also in the same way, like the kids I teach, they love it. Like
yeah.
my nieces love not just that, but they love
Mhm.
the Amazing Spider-Man show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like I think that's how you do it. That's how you do it today.
Also, I mean, this might be in the same pool, maybe not. I just I'm just gonna mention this movie because it like pulls strings from my heart, and I feel like it's a modern animated movie that pulls from classic things that just has good notes. The Peanuts
I
movie.
agree. Yeah.
Um,
I think it's a great movie.
especially with like not like the world may say you're one thing,
Yes.
but in the end, it just if you're true to yourself
Yes.
and do what you think is right,
Mm-hmm.
everything should be fine.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how many times I've seen that movie, Zach, and
Yeah.
I'm bawling
Yeah.
because when you find something you relate to that you can see yourself in,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you hope,
Yeah.
and I think that's what we need more in media.
Yeah. I agree, and I think I would think a lot about this, and when it comes to my faith, I'm thinking about like a lot of times the first thing in temptation is like self doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You're not good enough. You're just a failure anyway.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it, and like since that's the case, you might as well do this or do that. And I think it's important. Michael doesn't really have an identity in this, and no one
Yeah.
ever tells him like who he really is. Like,
Mm.
I just feel like for so many people, they need a reminder of like you when you are at your best, you are like a sweet, kind,
Yeah.
wonderful person. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like when I'm like, like Noah, when you're at your best, like you just have like such a heart for lifting people up and like investing in people and bringing people together and like treating people the right way. And like that's so
Yeah.
beautiful. And like yeah, we have moments where like we're down or we feel beaten up, but like remember who you are. Like in the Lion King, Michael doesn't have a remember who you are. And I think that's
Yeah.
why it doesn't work, because we've never seen him be anything but like a kind of snooty kid who's making fun of people because
Mm.
they're going to get lung cancer. And like
Yeah.
it's similar to the movie Fireproof, where we've never seen the marriage work, so we're not rooting for it. We've only seen Michael start as being the villain who, before you even see
Yeah.
his face, he's stolen money from his sister, and
Yeah.
you're like, he's the bad, he's the
Yeah.
bad guy. So you're never rooting for him; you're rooting against him. And I think
Mm.
that's why, like, when you see him on the roller coasters and like getting chased down by
Yeah.
the cops, you're never like, oh no. You're just kind of
Yeah.
like watching it happen. And I think like that's how we combat kids doing things that are going to hurt themselves, is by
Mm.
telling them like you don't this isn't going to make you who you
Mm.
are,
Yeah.
because you're already who you are. And you
Yeah.
need to just like find ways to remind yourself and take care of yourself and invest in
Yeah.
yourself. And all of these things act
Yeah.
against that. I think that's how you do it.
Yeah. Because hook or no hook, you're still Maui.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you've had a neck tattoo like 6 times, by the way.
What?
I thought you had a neck. Your beard, like it just hit in a weird way, and I was like, "Does Noah have a neck tattoo?"
No. Couldn't do it.
Not yet.
I couldn't do it.
Not yet.
I don't think. I don't know. I think my skin is too delicate. I think it'd break out into a rash if I got a tattoo.
That'd be rough.
All right. That was. I think we're gonna call it there.
We
I
had a
think,
big revelation in this.
yeah. Oh my goodness, we did an episode longer than the short itself.
You could watch the short like 4 times.
And you know what? You'd probably still not get anything new from it.
Correct. Yeah. In summation, watch the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah.
Instead of this.
And or do like what I did. Watch the short and then get confused that it ended and watch an episode of Berenstain Bears.
Yo, I love bears.
That was another good show that taught lessons.
Yeah.
Though
I used to get it from the library. I never like saw it on TV, but
it'd be weird if they talked about drugs. Oh man. Oh, okay. Zach, would you like to share where the people can find you?
Yeah.
Find your beautiful self.
Oh, thank you. The Honey Initiative is the band I play in. We have a gig coming up soon. We're going to be doing a youth retreat in upstate New York. We are hopefully going to be doing a couple more gigs before the summer. Maybe not. We're working on new music. We're sending it to our drummer to lay down some tracks. Still maybe writing 1 or 2 more songs. But yeah, so hopefully maybe we'll have a single out for you because there's a song I wrote that I'm really proud of and kind of just want to get it out there. We'll see what happens with that. Might happen, might not. You can find me on Letterboxd. I think my name is Smikle72. I really like writing on there, and I'm not getting. I'm not.
I love reading your reviews, Zach.
Thank you. I've been trying to take it more seriously.
I need to get back into it.
Yeah.
I need to get back into it.
And then I do want to plug. While the weather is nice, go check out your local library. Hannah and I have been on a Studio Ghibli kick recently, and it's like I don't want to pay for like these movies or anything. I went to my local library and they were there. So your local library is a great source of good books and good movies, and there's often a lot of fun things going on there in the summer. So I'd like to plug your local library also. And hey, this show, if you're not subscribed and following on Instagram, like, what are you doing? Noah puts out some very interesting episodes. I'm loving some of the short form episodes that I've been hearing. The Lion King one I thought was really great. Yeah, so I want to plug this show that you're listening to. If you made it to the end, congratulations. You're a real one. Yeah, that's it for me.
Oh, thank you, Zach. Oh man, everyone needs to go to Honey Initiative on Spotify and listen to Rock of Ages.
Woo!
That is in my rotation right now. I do love that song.
Did I send you the demo for the new stuff?
You have not.
Oh no, I thought I did. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay. If you do enjoy this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple. It's available wherever you listen. If you're on YouTube, thank you for listening. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you still here? What do you think we should do next? Should we do Chipmunk Adventure? It could get crazy.
Maybe we should.
Follow me on Instagram at 2 Sides of the Same Coin Pod. And I believe that's it for me. I will try to be more consistent about episodes. It's a hard enough life for us.
It is. It is.
Um, Let me know what you think we should do next. I have some ideas. I still need to record the most successful Disney animated films. I have all the work is done.
Yes.
I just have to sit down and record it. And I'm debating whether or not I want to write a script.
Mm.
Um
Is it like of all time?
of Zach, I sat down and I put almost every Disney animated film, excluding Pixar,
Yes.
into an inflation calculator.
Ooh.
I only did the initial box office release
Yes.
because I feel like if I were to do some of these movies have been released a lot of times in the
Yes.
theaters.
Yes.
So I just did the initial release worldwide, and some of the results may surprise you.
Ooh. You know what you do? You do a trivia episode. You bring a guest on and do it game show style, where they've got to guess at this much.
We could.
Which movie is it? Or
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
We could.
I'm excited.
You could do it.
I'll do it. Noah, I'm not
All
not
right.
in the middle of a show right now, anybody, and I can't.
All right, we'll plan it.
All
We'll
right,
plan
let's
it.
do it. I can't-
As soon as we,
I
as soon
can't.
as we cut, we're planning it.
I can't really accept any theater gigs because I have a summer job lined up. So I'm at my house doing nothing, and it's terrible. So I will gladly do this episode with you.
Okay. Well, until I release this episode, please be sure always to remember Jesus loves you. Watching cartoons gives you class, and make sure to go outside and touch some grass.
And you ate my enchilada.
There was no. Oh, Zach, I love you.
I love you too,
All right.
bud.
Bye.
Two sides of the same coin.